This is a Squiz podcast. We're your shortcut to being informed.
Squiz Kids! It's your daily news fix. Fun, free, fresh.
Good morning and welcome to Squiz Kids Today, your fresh take on what's happening in the world around you. I'm Bryce Corbett. It's Friday, February 18. In Squiz Kids Today, good day for the planet. Israel teaches goldfish to drive. Ancient Egypt's mummy myths, and meet the baby ghost shark. That's what's making news, kids style.
The lowdown.
There was good news for the planet yesterday when it was announced the biggest coal-fired power plant in Australia will be closing 7 years earlier than expected. The company that operates the Eraring Power Station on Lake Macquarie in New South Wales yesterday said, with renewable energy sources like wind and solar becoming more efficient at supplying the electricity we need, the business case for a coal-fired power plant just no longer added up. And so they decided to bring forward the date of its closure. What is a coal-fired power plant? It's a power plant that burns coal to create electricity. Coal is a fossil fuel, meaning there's only a certain amount of it on Earth, and when it burns, it creates greenhouse gases. Of course, when you close a big power plant, you need to make sure you have something else to replace it, to keep producing the electricity we need every day to keep the lights on, and the TV on, and the PS4 running, and the phones and tablets charged. Which is why it was also announced yesterday that a great big battery would be built in New South Wales to help supply some of the energy that will disappear when Eraring closes down.
Spin the globe.
Each day we give the world globe a spin and find a news story from wherever it stops. And today we've landed in Israel, where researchers have taught goldfish how to drive. Wait, what? Yes, indeed. Scientists put fish into a tank of water that was set up on wheels. When the fish swam towards one of the tank's walls, the fishmobile drove in the same direction. A target was set up on one wall of a room, and the fish would receive a treat when the tank successfully navigated to the target. Now, during the first half-hour lesson, the fish drove to the target an average of 2.5 times. But by the 12th and final lesson, they did it 17 times. A scientist over in America who has taught rats to drive toy cars, said she was impressed by the goldfish results and would like to see a race between the two species. I think I'd like to see that too. I wonder which one would win. To help you decide, I've put a link in your episode notes to the video of the driving goldfish.
Animal Kingdom.
You've heard of Baby Shark, right? Who hasn't heard of Baby Shark? Once heard, it cannot be unheard. Well, scientists in New Zealand are celebrating the discovery of an entirely different kind of baby shark. They've pulled from the depths a baby ghost shark, which is super rare. Ghost sharks live on the bottom of the sea, and this one was found more than 1 whole kilometre underwater. That's a long, long way down beneath the surface of the ocean. There's not much in the way of natural light that far underwater, hence why the sharks look so ghostly white. There's a link to a photo of the critter in today's episode notes, and as you'll see, while it's not exactly the prettiest fish you'll ever come across, it's perfectly adapted to life at the bottom of the ocean. Hey team, don't forget, because it's a Friday, a brand new Squiz Kids shortcut drops today. What's a shortcut? It's a deep dive on a topic, and today we're strapping ourselves into the Squiz Kids time machine and travelling all the way back to ancient Egypt, where Amanda and I will bust a few myths about pyramids and mummies. We'll also learn why men wore makeup in ancient Egypt, and, if you've got the stomach for it, Amanda will teach you how to mummify a chicken at home. Ew. Shortcuts are available to all families who have signed up to our subscriber specials in Apple Podcasts and, of course, to our hundreds of Squiz Kids for Schools members. Teachers, if you haven't jumped into your free 30-day trial yet, get onto it. Check it out at squizkids.com.au.
Squiz Kids Correspondence.
Every Friday, we dip into the Squiz Kids email inbox and pick a listener who sent in a little audio diary about their life. This is Squiz Kids Correspondence, where we get a glimpse of Squiz Kids' life in whichever part of the world they come from. So far, we've had listeners who live in China, England, Singapore, and even Squiz Kids who live on a boat. And today, we're off to Broken Hill in New South Wales, where Squiz Kid Eva becomes our next Squiz Kid correspondent. Keep those entries coming in. There's a link in today's episode notes explaining how you too can become a Squiz Kids correspondent. For now, though, take it away, Eva.
Hi, my name is Eva. I'm 9 years old and I live in Broken Hill of New South Wales. I lived here for about nearly 10 years. The name of my school is Broken Hill North Public School and the name of my teacher is Miss Groove. I get to school each morning by car. My favourite food to eat here is spaghetti because it's very, very saucy. My least favourite food to eat here is oranges because of the seeds and you might as well swallow them if you're not that careful. The thing that might surprise Squiz Kids the most about where I live is there's more than 18,900 people here. If a Squiz Kid visited me in Broken Hill, I'd make sure I'd take them to the gallery because it is where I started to get better at drawing and it also motivated me to. Here are my 3 favourite things about living here. Number 1 is going to the Sturt Park because it has everything fun there. Number 2 is doing school stuff. It's new, fun and challenging, just the way I like it. Number 3 is walking home from school because I get to speak with my friends before we split up and go our ways. I hope you are able to visit one day. This is Eva in Broken Hill signing off. Now get out there and have a most excellent day. Over and out.
Time for the quiz.
This is the part of the podcast where you get to test how well you've been listening. Question number 1. What sort of baby fish has been pulled from the depths in waters off New Zealand? That's right, it's a shark, or to be exact, a baby ghost shark. Question number 2. What fossil fuel is used to generate electricity at the Eraring Power Station in New South Wales? Yeah, that's right, it's coal. Question number 3. What animal have scientists in Israel taught how to drive? You got it, it's goldfish.
Shout outs.
It's February 18, birthday of US rapper Dr. Dre, and also International Pluto Day, celebrating the fact that on this day, 91 years ago, the dwarf planet Pluto was discovered. Happy birthday, sort of, Pluto. It's also a Friday, and you know what that means. A good excuse to crack out the old birthday reggae tune. Hit it. And it's a happy birthday today to Neva from Sydney. And a happy birthday to the following Squiz Kids who are celebrating their birthdays over the coming weekend. Ellen from Penrith, Bethany from Ashmont, Jack from Geelong, Mira from South Australia, Lachlan from Bright East, Juliet from West Pennant Hills, and Ash from Werribee. Don't forget, if you've got a birthday coming up and you want a shout out, or if you're after a classroom shout out, drop us a line at squizkids@thesquiz.com.au. Well, that's all we have time for. Thanks for listening to Squiz Kids today. We'll be back again on Monday. In the meantime, get out there and have a most excellent weekend. Over and out.